Okay, I'm going to go over what is considered um, local data so you can kind of get an idea of how to get some local data. And right now, I'm on the screen for promotion projects and resources ideas. And this video will be also put on there so you can get an idea. First, you've obviously, hopefully, read the directions for the health education flyer, and you've watched the YouTube video where I answered questions on how to do this, what each section needs to be in your flyer. One of the requirements that I'm going to have is that I'm going to have you do local data and look up information to kind of show the need in your data for your brochure. And so one of the things that I've posted on here is an executive summary of a health survey that was done for BC students. And this survey actually was completed by BC students, and it shows what the needs are. So I want to go ahead and, oh good, it's screen shared. I'm going to show you this. This is the executive summary, but there's also more information. You can get the full detailed one. What you could do is you could actually look at this data and get an idea of some of the health needs that are on our own campus. And so your brochure could say, according to the American Health, the name of the survey, the American College Health Association survey that was taken by BC students, 21% said that they had allergies, or 11% had they had asthma. If you look at this, you could also see that there's I think at one point they talk about disease and injuries. 61% received reporting a vaccine shot against hepatitis B. 46 reported getting vaccination against HPV. Well, if you're doing a brochure on hepatitis B or HPV, you could put the stat on there, and that means all the people who didn't report having it means that they didn't have it, and that there might be a need. So let's see what else we have here. They talk about sunscreen. So let's say if someone's doing something on sunscreen and skin cancer, you could talk about how this rate right here is 43.9 report using sunscreen regularly with sun exposure. So I could tell you as a redhead, I put on my sunscreen every single day. So if it was me, that would be 100%. So that number is kind of low. People who've been tested for STDs. There's information on seatbelts, about violence and personal safety, about tobacco use and marijuana use and alcohol use. You could say that what the usage of cigarettes are for BC students, or hookahs. You could put the report there about how much have used, and I would switch it into have actually used, so you could focus in on that. Alcohol, marijuana, drinking and driving, number of drinks, and so I would look at this and I'd pick out something that would show what BC students are doing now and what troubles they might have, or areas, I wouldn't say troubles, but areas of need that they might have. What was one of the ones that there was also one on mental health, illnesses. Here's one on nutrition and exercise. How many people are actually, eating healthy or getting aerobic exercise? So you could take these stats and report this and pick out one of these that you think is interesting. So for an example, I would go ahead and do mental health. I think that would be a good one to focus in on. Let's see, felt overwhelmed. So in the last 12 months, 23.9% have reported feeling overwhelmed, and females report 23.8. Anytime within the last 12 months, 59.4, 75.5. So that might show a need for stress and anxiety. So you could say in the last 12 months, 23.9% of males reported feeling overwhelmed, and then 23.8% females felt overwhelmed. And so this is one of the things that you could focus in on on anxiety relief and how to release anxiety and resources there. So I want you to pull in a local statistic, okay? So I've gone over this in detail. Next, another resource for you to look at is if you go back to the modules here, you can pull Kern County statistics by looking at this website that I put here on data sources. And so if you click on this and you get to data sources, you'll see that you can get California rankings and kids data. And it's really interesting. You can go in here and put a topic in here like teen pregnancy. So if you want to do that, you do teen pregnancy, it pulls up. And then teen births, you can go into here. And you can look at Kern County. And right now, where's Kern at? Kern's right here, and we have one of the highest rates of teen pregnancy in the state of California. Oh my goodness, we are number 1. So that kind of gives you an idea. If you put a bar graph, it would actually put a bar. And look, you can see Kern County. We're right here at 44.9. Oh, Imperial County is a little higher than us. So you can see that, and you can include that and say, Kern County has one of the highest teenage pregnancy rates in the state of California. But you can pull up all kinds of data and kids data right here. So that's just one website that you could explore. I put all these other different ones, databases for you to pull up. You could pull up STD rates. You can pull up school data on truancy and suspensions, our Kern County report card. And one of my favorite ones is this one right here, which shows how we compare, and it does a little spirometer reading. So you can see how we are compared to other counties. So you can look up these different things too. So I want you to put local data in your brochure. So I think that it's really important. So let's see here, back to my screen share. And I have lost my webpage there. This is no big deal. And so we go back to here again. So all of this information is here, and I want that to be embedded in your brochure. So you should have a place where you have local data or local information or something that kind of draws in BC students or something that's Kern County related. So in your brochure, you need to do that. I've also told you that it could be a flyer, double-sided, or it could be a trifold, a brochure that folds trifold, or you can make it something that's like a pamphlet. You can do that. So build in that information, and I put some examples in here too. Hopefully that helps you on what it means to what I mean by local data. Please make a big effort to incorporate that in. That is part of the rubric, and that's one of the things that I think people might overlook. So if you have any questions, make sure to ask me, and I will be happy to give you examples or help you find local data specific to your area.